All right, simple enough. I think we've laid the ground rules. Let's dive in to what you're actually here for. Today, we're exploring when loyalty meets revenue, the power of the CRM in hospitality. So recently, LoungeUp has joined the D-Edge family, and they are going to be providing the CRM, which is why Antoine's here to guide us through it. Now, the CRM is an important part of a complete ecosystem. And I want to emphasize complete ecosystem because that is what we offer here at D-Edge. Now, if you go to the next slide, if you're not familiar with our mission is to simplify hospitality. We develop easy to use, seamless solutions that are interconnected in the global hospitality ecosystem. It's a beautiful phrase. It sounds simple, but it's extremely hard to do. Here at D-Edge, every team from top to bottom does the hard work every day to deliver on this mission through our solutions and our services. And as you can see on the next slide, D-Edge is present at every stage of the guest journey. We enhance, improve, and facilitate every step so that you can convert a curious traveler and transform them into a loyal and recurring guest for your hotel. Now, I can talk about this all day, but there's someone here who's more equipped to guide you through the rest of this. It is my pleasure to turn over the floor to the Senior Sales Manager at LoungeUp, Antoine Chouin.
Yes, thank you very much, Ariel, and hello, everyone. It's really nice to have you all here. I'm really happy we can talk about our CRM and our D-Edge product today, how we can help you, build a loyalty program, loyalty for your guest. Indeed, as you mentioned, at D-Edge and in general, there is a huge ecosystem of product technology. We won't cover everything here today. Obviously, it's more for you to understand all these different touch points you can have with a guest and how we at D-Edge, we can help you with all of them. Indeed, we have different products that exist today. You can use for each step here during the discovery phase when people are looking online and try to book a room. Then all about building this trust with a nice website. We can provide a website, create a website for you, and make sure it is easy to use and they can trust it, find the information, etc. Then move on to a booking process, a payment process. We know how important it is to have a smooth payment experience as a guest. Again, to make sure they trust your website, they feel secure, and they can book their room nights very quickly. And then that's when we start with the CRM. We start communicating with your guests once they have booked at your property. They can have booked from different ways. It's not only from your website. Obviously, it's always better if they book directly on your website, but even if they are booking through an OTA, through a travel agency, or anything else, we will be able to gather all this information and put it in the CRM system. We will prepare the stay, look to collect more data, and then start building this relationship with your guests and create this loyalty with them as well. I'm talking a lot about loyalty, and that's the main subject today. We want guests to be loyal to your hotel, to your brand, to your group, if you're part of a group, a brand, anything. And today we'd like to know how to maximize this loyalty. But also you might wonder what for. Even though if you join today, I'm sure you are 100% convinced that loyalty is a key. It is absolutely necessary. But let me highlight this again, how we want people to be loyal to your hotel. Even if they don't come back or if they came just one time, you're a seasonal hotel, They came just one time and then they might never come back, but you want them to have a memorable stay at your property and make sure they become a brand advocate, I would say, some sort of ambassador to your hotel. So they can speak out with their peers, with their family, friends, and talk positively about your hotel, your destination, your services, your people. All right. And something I will use that's not coming from me, from the Edge, or from even the hospitality sector, but from Harvard. They're saying, and I totally agree with that, that acquiring a new customer can cost 5 to 25 times more than retaining an existing customer. I mean, for sure. A person who will book directly, come back to your website without publicity, without a intermediary, the cost, what is the cost of this person, of this guest? Probably just the transaction, the fees from his credit card, all these type of things. But then there's no additional cost on that. And we have some studies actually around that. People, hotels can see the difference between people who are booking from different websites, etc. If you look at the OTAs, for instance, I'm sure you are all aware and you're working with OTAs today. We are looking at between 15 to 20% sometimes commission on each room night. So the cost to acquire this new guest is quite high. Same goes for someone who will book because they have seen some publicity, advertisement online, these type of things. The advertisement cost as well. And we say some studies we've made at DH tell us that it cost about 7.2% of a room night, 7.2% of a room night to acquire this new guest. So again, this is really, really expensive compared to someone who will come directly, knows you already, and book on your website. So obviously, the more repeated guests you have, the less you will spend on acquisition, and obviously, the higher your margin will grow. Something I would like to also add here, why, again, about these loyal guests, why do we want more of them? We've seen, and I'm sure you will all agree with me on this, that those loyal guests usually spend more money when they're here, again, because there is this trust feeling, this relationship you've built with them. So they will spend more, and they might also book earlier. If they are happy, they know your hotel, they know the service you're providing, they're not afraid, they won't look everywhere, search online for another property, they will go straight to you, so they will book earlier. They tend to cancel as well, way less. Why would they cancel? If they are happy and everything should be smooth and fine, they will not book somewhere else. And if they do, they might also cancel earlier because they've booked earlier, they will cancel earlier as well. They tend to do less no-show. I think that's quite important as well. And then finally, as I mentioned earlier, they will talk positively about your hotel. So these loyal people, we really, really want them. And we will try to build this, help you with our CRM solution to make sure you can have more loyal guests. Something I like to add here as well, some studies we have seen last year, 2024. It's not coming from the Edge, but something we've seen online. The hospitality environment sector is also very curious about these new technology and how we can drive more guest loyalty. That's one of the main requests today that the hoteliers are demanding. Funny enough, the second one here is how to increase the employee productivity. And I totally agree with this. And I'm really happy to tell you a CRM will also help you to increase your employee productivity. Indeed, by providing modern technology connected with all the ecosystem, connected with your current providers, with easy to use feeling as well for your employees, it will be even quicker to handle a guest request, to handle a new guest, and provide the services, provide the information that you want to provide to them. So those are the main points here, and I'm really happy because we will cover them today. So let's have a look at our DH CRM. Maybe I can pause here for just a second, Ariel, if we already have some questions about what we've mentioned so far, or I can move on with presentation.
Antoine, you were so clear, and people are so engrossed in the presentation that there are no questions yet.
Wonderful.
But I'm sure those questions will come. 120 participants, don't hesitate to post your questions.
Amazing. Thank you, Ariel. Great. So let's talk about this solution. And here, the CRM, for those who don't know, customer relationship management solution. Just as a FYI, DH CRM used to be LoungeUp. LoungeUp is a company that got acquired by DH last year. So that's why you might see LoungeUp name sometimes here and then, but it will become DH CRM now. All right. We are all here in France. It's a huge family, a great company, and we are now all in one solution, connected with each other, which makes everything more simple for you. So what basically a CRM does and how we can help you with your work. A CRM, I really want you to know that and remember that it's not just about sending newsletter and clean my data. Usually that's what you come towards us and ask us. This is absolutely something we do with a CRM, but way more than that. I'm talking with the CRM. Yes, we will collect your data from usually your PMS, centralize it, clean it, structure everything, deduplicate any profiles you have several times, work on that really, and have different interaction and automation with this data. We will go through all the different examples, but you can connect, automatize, organize check-in, organize upsell, upgrades, build a loyalty program, make sure you receive the information, the comments, the reviews, etc. That's literally all of that. And at the end, definitely with personalized experience, personalized message you will send to your guests, we will build this guest loyalty for sure, 100%. Also, on top of that, and the actually short-term reward will be all the additional revenue you will be able to get from these solutions. Some other nice rewards you will get is definitely a team productivity. Again, if they are using easy to use product solutions and they can immediately jump into a message, answer a guest quickly, effectively, the productivity will be higher, will increase. And definitely your guest satisfaction, because they will have just a wonderful stay at your property. So they will be satisfied for sure. So let's look at one example of our guest profile here. This guest profile, you might think, well, okay, that's a nice view of all the information of one person. Well, I have to say it's way more than that, because behind this, we have technology, intelligence also that will help us to bring all the data coming from everywhere. Before the stay, during the stay as well, we will collect data and we will upload this into this profile. One profile can be with one email address, but also with 3 email addresses if they have different as a guest, a professional email address, personal one, etc. But it can also be, let's imagine, it can be a profile without an email address. You have groups. Sometimes you don't get email address from everyone participating in the group. You might only have first name, last name, sometimes a phone number if they contacted you, these type of things. A language, something they like, but no email address. We will still be able to create this profile. And then later, if we manage to get the email address, we will add it here. Same as well, if we have 2 profiles with the same email address, we will still create 2 profiles. Let's take one example. You have a secretary booking for their manager and themselves. 2 people, same email address. Well, we might keep same email address in both profiles, but with 2 different names, and then we will try to get more information about these people. All right. So yeah, everything will be collected here, cleaned. Make sure we have the highlights, points, the main points, tags here, any information, and also all the bookings this person has made. You can see here at the top right-hand corner, there are 4 stays for this person, for this sir, and the amount of euros he has spent. One last thing I can add here is we will be able to collect all the bookings from different hotels, part of the same group. Let's say you're staying in different hotels in the group, we will collect all these bookings and put them all together in one same profile. So that's really important. And something I like to add here, and I will move on to the next slide, it's all about how you will organize those profiles and make sure you can create segments, groups, identify different groups, so you can later contact them and really personalize your communication, etc. These segments, you can use the tool, all these filters, conditions, sub-conditions, say I would like this and this, or I would like this, or as well, this condition. You can really play around with all the filters we have in the system. That's how you really build your profiles. And then easily analyze all of them, make sure you understand who is coming, who is your community, basically. And because we want really a personalized and enjoyable moment for your hotel, for your guests, it's all about knowing them and adapt to them each day. All right. While they are in the hotel, but also in the communication. And I'm sure it will resonate for all your marketing team. Anyone who is joining us today from a marketing team, I think it's important you know your clients and how to address them. So definitely these statistics are very important.
Antoine, we have one question just to be sure that we don't get too far away from it. We have a question from Pina de Feo. Can we uniform or consolidate the profiles if we have the same emails? Can we do that automatically, or do we have to do it manually in the CRM?
Oh, very good question. Thank you. Thank you very much for asking. This indeed will be merged. If a person has the same email address, same name, etc., the system will recognize this person and merge all the bookings together. Yeah, I hope it answers the question. But it's a very good one because we know you might have different lines for people who are returning guests. We want to put that all together and merge these duplicates profile. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely very easy to use. And let's look actually at some screenshots here about how you can communicate with your guests. So it's just not about the cleaning, it's about having the right message, the tailor-made message to your guests, according to the language, obviously, but also being able in a text message or an email to say, hello, thank you for coming back in our property, Mrs. Smith. Just that, when you look at it as a guest, you will always like it and feel acknowledged by the property, by the hotel you are staying in. And these communication, those are just some examples, but then we can really adapt and personalize according to anything. I mean, let's take an example. If you have people coming on Sundays, for instance, you really want to target those people coming on Sundays and offer them anything, or make sure they are aware that on Sunday you have this event, or you can provide them with additional services. An example I really like to say is on Sunday, you might offer or push for upsell for a late checkout, for instance. You know you will not be fully booked on a Sunday night, so you really want to push for the late checkout and get some additional revenues from that. So, okay, really starting from this message, from this text message, put it there. Hey, also, remember, you will be departure on a Sunday. If you want to stay longer, you can definitely book for a late checkout, etc., and you provide price, etc. So we can really go into very detailed personalization here. Something I like to also do for hotels is the different way of communicating with your guest. It can be an email, it can be also a WhatsApp. And as you can see here on the screen, a WhatsApp, we will communicate from you, from your own, with your own name, with your own logo. It will never come from the edge or from myself, Antoine. No, it will be always your name, your logo, etc. So we can really make sure your guest trusts the message and open it. WhatsApp, we have some amazing opening rate for WhatsApp message, but same goes for email pre-stay. People tend to open those emails. We have something about 70 to 80% opening rate on these communication, because people are waiting for their holiday or for the next travel. So they will definitely look at this and see what you are communicating with them. And the main point here is this call to action, this main button or hyperlink you can see, because we want them to prepare their stay and make sure we collect data. And this online check-in part, I think, is crucial, maybe the most crucial element, because that's where you will get many information, be able to do some upsell here. We have an example for a taxi transfer, for instance. You will definitely improve your team productivity, because every data, credit card, passport information you will collect here, you will not have to do it upon arrival. You will not have to do it when a guest arrives late at night. It's 11 p.m. I just want to go to my bed. I don't want to bother with all the admin stuff. You already have my credit card, my passport. You know who I am. I've been here before sometimes. Or it's the first time, but I've already gave you all my information. Please give me my key and I go have a nice night. So definitely improve your team productivity if we can collect everything before arrival. And then again, something I do trust is how it can help your marketing and your revenue management as well. Because here you can ask any question you want. And the easiest question here is, how often are you coming in the city or in the region? Very rarely, often, every month, every year, never. Just with this, you can already identify some repeater guests, eventual repeater guests you can catch. And so we know who they are, how often they come, what the information they are providing, which upsells they may have booked. So you can definitely then later organize your communication, newsletters, but also for your RM team, offer the right price to the right person who are coming in the region and staying at your hotel as well. Okay.
Antoine,
yeah,
we have a few interesting questions. The first from Anonymous. All information that is present in the guest profile can be used to create a segment when sending a newsletter.
absolutely. Yeah, very good one. Indeed, literally all the different fields in a guest profile, we will be able to use it in the segments. In the segments, you create the segments yourself, and you put the filters that you want, the conditions that you want by using what's in the profile, indeed. And it's not just about what is your nationality equal this country. No, I mean, yes, but it's even more than that. It's also about how much money do they spend when they are in my hotel. What is the average room night, average stay? How many room nights are they staying? It can really go into every little details. You can also identify according to rate code. We do have rate code from your system, from the PMS. And so if you have corporate rate code or BB rate code, you can identify and create a segment BB rate code, for instance, or corporate rate code equal corporate segment, for instance. Yeah.
Antoine, we have one more question. There are many questions coming in. Some of them are more technical, and we can get back to those at the end of the session. But there's one in relation to the form. My company is under the impression that having a long list of questions in the booking form can actually result in a lower conversion rate.
Mm-hmm.
Guests give up filling in all the information. Is that true based on your experience?
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Really good comment. I would say today, because people really want to organize their stay, provide these information, and they feel that if the hotel know who is coming, they know me, so I have to provide this information, then my stay will be perfect and tailored to what I need and what I've requested. Also, as you can see here, it can be on your smartphone. When you have the time, you answer it. Or if you don't have the time, then no, I won't answer it right now. I'll do it later. And if I don't do it, then I'll get a reminder from the hotel to do it again, etc. Here, these are example, and I will add as well, for a repeater guest, for a loyal guest, you might send them a different form. You will send different form according to the person you're talking to. If someone is coming back, you will not ask them again for their passport, for a credit card, for how often do you come. No, we already know that. So you will have a different form, a shorter one you can send as well. And here, if you realize that you don't have that many people answering, then you can remove the questions or make it shorter as well. That's possible. You can really create it the way you want. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Antoine. For everyone who's waiting for their question to be answered, I promise I see it. We'll circle back. Just a reminder, please put them in the Q&A chat. The regular chat function has a lot of questions and comments. It's easy to miss your questions, so please move them over to the Q&A chat.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Ariel. So yeah, this, I mean, I love this because it's so important and can really help you to build and know your people and make sure you can personalize their stay and communication with them. Something I need to also talk about is what we call here a guest app. It's a web app, a website. Basically, it's not a real app. It can be an app if you want to, but let's keep it simple. A website your guest can connect on and get all your services, information, activities, and book upsell directly from here. Here, it's not just about upsell, it's about telling what the hotel can do, share information, recommendations about the neighborhood, about nice restaurants you have, etc., etc. And what I like about it is, okay, fine, this is something I will arrive at the hotel, click on the hyperlink, or scan a QR code and be redirected to this website. Wonderful. But let's think about it. It's not just about when you are in the hotel trying to find out more information, but also when you are outside the hotel and you're like, oh no, I forgot to organize this, or I forgot, I don't know where to look at, or I forgot to ask the reception about this, or etc. You can contact your hotel through the guest app, and send text message so that your team in the hotel can answer the guest. You can have information and understand, okay, well, we have to prepare next day. I'm not in the hotel right now, but I have to organize my day for tomorrow. I need to know anything about opening hours, anything, any services I might need for the following day. I can check here on my smartphone all the information about the hotel, and eventually book additional services directly from there. That's definitely something we organize. Clients have the possibility to pay directly on this website. We have an amazing DH Pay solution, a secure payment system you can implement in here, so your guest can definitely book for room service and set a time when they want to have it, these type of things. We can also add a restaurant's reservation system with just a pop-up window. They'll be able to select what time, how many people, which day, and then ask for a table booking from the app as well. Let's look at this as a online concierge. We know how now new generation, but even all generations are more willing to spend time on their smartphone. They will trust what's on their smartphone, and they will appreciate a digital experience. And let's just think about someone who is in their bedroom. They don't want to go downstairs. They don't want to call the reception, or they don't feel comfortable enough to speak in the language, or they don't speak enough English, etc. They will be really happy if they can just connect, scanning the QR code, and find out all about the hotel recommendation, etc., with just a few clicks, and book directly. What I think is, if you don't advertise something, if you don't show it somewhere, your guest will not know it, and they will not proceed to a booking, to a purchase. So you have to tell them what is available. Okay. And well, I already started talking about that, but that's the guest messaging hub, how you can, on your side, collect the data, collect the information, the messages, basically. Messages coming from WhatsApp, from text message, from email, everything will be gathered into one conversation here, the same conversation. For this Gene person, for instance, we have his information on the right, and every message is in the middle. You can definitely translate into the any language you need. You can add hyperlink, attached document, whatever, and send back some information to your guest. I think that's how, as a guest, I will get a wonderful experience. And personally, I've been using this in different hotels in many different countries, hotels who are working with us. It's so easy to contact your reception and ask for just sometimes an extra towel in the room, you will chat with the reception or select housekeeping. Hi, housekeeping, I need to have an extra towel. Can you please bring it back to me? Bring it to me. All right. Something important in terms of communication, and that's something I talked about at the very beginning. I said CRM is not just a newsletter. Here we are with the newsletter, with the marketing emails. So once we have collected this data, we have people who enjoyed their stay, they really liked it, they left the property, then how do you engage with them? How do you keep in touch with them? And marketing emails is not sending blast email every month, the same one to everyone. No. Also, I know how it can be very difficult. You may have today different solutions to first clean the data, extract a document, a list of contact, clean it, etc. Then on the side, create the template, create the message, put the photos, the logos, etc. Then put all of that into one large marketing system to send out these emails. So you can have different tools right now. Let's try to simplify everything and put everything together. Use the CRM to clean the data. Put your segments. Select the segments. Use now on the side AI. We have our system boosted by AI today, where literally in 2 minutes, you can create a template. What do you think of that? In literally 2 minutes, you type, hello, system, I need a template about the next holiday season coming. I would like to offer a 10% discount with a nice bottle of champagne if they booked early in advance, whatever. La, 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 la. You type your message, anything you want in the email, and ask the system to generate a template. And automatically, within a couple of minutes, they will generate these templates you can use. Change eventually the message, the text, the logo, or the photos if you want. And literally then schedule it to be sent the following day and done. So today, with a CRM solution, you want to keep engaged with your customer through these marketing emails. You can do it within 15 minutes. You can create a new template and a new newsletter. The idea, why am I saying that, is because we want you to send different emails to the right person and at the right time, and not the same email to everyone every month. We don't like to receive, personally, I don't like to receive information about something I will never buy or I'm not interested at all. I will immediately unsubscribe because I'm like, why are you contacting me with this product or service? However, if this is literally something I might be interested, then yeah, amazing. So we would like you to send not too many emails, but to the right person. And maybe you have like 2 newsletters every month you can create within 15 minutes and send it out. And finally, yeah, obviously in the system, we will be able to know how much sales you generated thanks to these marketing campaigns and how many bookings you've had. We are really happy, and we try to be really honest here. How many bookings you generated thanks to an email? We will look only at the bookings that were made with the same email address. So someone received the email, book again with this email, then we consider as a win from the newsletter. And finally, it's also really important, we only take into consideration the people who have booked within the next 15 days after the email was sent, to consider them that, okay, thanks to the email, this person has booked again at my property because they have booked within 15 days. All right. And I have some results actually. Yeah, on average, we say that we have about 5,000 dollars generated from each newsletter that has been sent. Those are statistics we have from current clients, existing clients, using those newsletters. They have on average about 5K each time they are sending a newsletter. So really nice tool, I believe. And that's how you keep engaged with them and keep them aware you are still there, still exist, you are present, and you start building this loyalty. They will be more keen on coming back. And also, if they can connect on a personal account, they will appreciate the fact that they are acknowledged by your hotel. Because until now, we talk about a lot of tools you will use at the hotel from the team or a person who is staying in the hotel, what they will use, see, etc. Then they left. What's the rest? Sometimes they will get an email, okay. Sometimes not. They will forget about you. However, if they can have their personal account, they can connect somewhere on your website, they log in, just an email address, they log in, and they can identify themselves and see how many bookings they've made, what kind of loyalty membership they have eventually, if you have a loyalty program in the hotel, and be really recognized among your customers. I think that's really important, these profiles, and that's how our lovely friends OTAs are working right now. Every individual can have a profile on an OTA or on a big brand of hotel. And we want you to have the same, even if you only have one property or a small group of 5, 10 properties. We want your guests to be able to be recognized and connect and have their own profile and then enjoy any benefits from it. It can be some discount, but not always discount. I mean, it can just be about free Wi-Fi or a welcome drink or a late checkout, for instance. These little services that someone will really appreciate, you can get them. And we like to take an example. I like to take an example about a businessman, for instance, who is coming to a hotel and would like to come back to the same hotel. This person will not be interested in a discount because they are booking through their corporate. So they're not even paying with their own money. However, if you are providing them with a nice service, they can, for instance, leave their stuff, their luggage in the hotel, and when they come back, they will be able to collect it again. These little details can be really appreciated by a guest more than just a discount. Well, 5% or 10% discount for my company, that doesn't change my life. However, if I can get my personal things each time I'm coming, that's amazing. So that's how you really build your loyalty and make sure people appreciate coming back to your hotel. And then obviously, if you want to do some discounts, that's something we can organize as well. They have, I didn't show you, but we have a button here. They can book again for the next stay. So if they book again, automatically they'll be redirected to booking engine, to your website, and enjoy some nice discount because they are a regular guest. All right. I'm speaking a lot here, but we are coming towards our conclusions. I hope you're still with me. I'm sure you understand the power of the CRM in hospitality, how it can definitely help you drive more clients and keep them engaged, present, and make sure they're coming back to your hotel. How you can maximize this loyalty to increase your profitability in general. And it all goes through having the right tool implemented in the hotel. I really want you to think about, first of all, short-term results, definitely. Immediately when we put in place some solutions like a CRM, you will get upsells, upgrades, etc. But then think about the long term. rewards. You will build your community, your loyal guests. They will be aware. You will communicate. They will talk positively about you, and they will be back in your hotel for sure. Something I didn't mention, but we have some nice results in terms of repeater guests. We say, usually it's in cities, but we say that we have something around 20% to 25% of regular guests in hotels. And it can be way more than that for some hotels, a bit less for some others. But we really want to generate revenue from these people because, again, remember what I said at the beginning. They are loyal, they'll come back, they will book early, etc., etc. So we really want them in our hotel. Some nice stats before I give you the mic. Something I like to share because I think it's really interesting. We've seen so far what the hospitality environment is saying, what are the professionals saying, but I would like to also highlight here what the consumers are saying. They are definitely interested in having more digitalized experience. They are willing to share their data with a company, with anyone, if they know it will be safe, obviously, but also used in a nice way. If they know by sharing their data, they will have some great experience, a better experience in your hotel, then they will be happy to do so. And actually, we come back to your question earlier. There are many questions in the form, but again, if as a client I'm providing all of that, I'm expecting behind that okay, they will deliver the right message and push for the right services, etc. All right. I will now stop here, and I would really like to take some questions. We have about 10 minutes left, so please let me know if we have some questions here. Ariel, happy to give you the mic.
Antoine, I'm going to turn the mic back over to you shortly. Take a drink of water. There are many questions, which is always a great sign. There are so many questions. I'm going to group them by general theme. So you may not hear your exact question, but we will touch on the subject. Antoine, while you still have the strength and the mental focus, there is a technical question about how information is relayed across the PMS connectivity. So can you talk a bit more about how that information is relayed, if the PMS is necessary, and how that information is transferred?
Okay. Yeah, so indeed, the main source of information will be a PMS. We can also connect through different ways, but let's say the one we prefer is a PMS connection. Depending on the PMS you have, we will have different connectivities, but basically we will receive everyday data, upload it in the system, use it, etc., etc. Sometimes it's every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, every hour. Depends on the CM, depends on the API connection or file connection, etc. How we connect with your PMS. And then for some advanced PMS, I would say, we will have a two-way connectivity with them. I'm thinking about Opera, Muse, Medialog, for instance, to name a few. We will have this advanced connectivity where we can push back data and upload information in the PMS, change information, change a phone number, a surname, push back some data. We might not push back everything. We might not be able to push back the segments, for instance, or the membership levels. These will stay in the system, in the CRM, because we will use them in the CRM for emailing, etc. So yeah, we have the possibility to get connected with PMSs. Keep in mind, PMSs are great, necessary for sure, but they cannot do everything. So we try here at the Edge to make sure we connect with them and then have everything in one place in the CRM. I hope it answers the question here.
I think you've answered 6 questions with that one answer. So that's great. Efficiency. There we go. Antoine, I have a few questions about the different communication channels. You referenced WhatsApp. Does it connect to other types of communication platforms like Telegram, Outlook, for example? Are those emails integrated as well?
Oh, yes. So in terms of emails, any email provider you have, so is it a Google email address or other email address, we can definitely connect with that and communicate with any email address for sure. I mentioned WhatsApp. WhatsApp is one. We also have SMS, text message, SMS also, which is a separate channel. I'm thinking also about the Facebook Messenger, if you want. Some hotels communicate through this. That's also possible. And then directly in the guest app, as I mentioned earlier, you can communicate with your guests on the app as well, in the chat box, etc. Those are the main one I can think of right now. Yeah. Not Telegram or not Instagram either, if that's the question.
Well, I hope that answers the question. If not, I'm sure they will let me know in the chat and in the QA.
Okay.
There's an interesting question about transferring systems. So if we shift to D-Edge from our current booking platform, would it be possible to transfer the guest details to the D-Edge system so that we can keep track of the previous history we've accumulated?
Mm-hmm. I will be cautious here. Depends on which system you are coming from. But definitely we will try to look at importing your data and keep your data. Make sure we can upload it before you move on with our system. I guess we'll have to go into detail into which system you have, depending on in which country you are. There are so many different systems right now on the market. I believe the main answer here would be, let's connect together, connect with your account manager or with a salesperson at the Edge. We have people all around the world who can help you in Asia, in Americas, in Europe, obviously, in Middle East. So let's connect with the DH team so we can answer correctly your question here. Yeah.
All right. I know we're coming to the end of this session soon. Antoine needs a break. Everyone has things to do. We will take 2 more questions and then we'll wrap up. An interesting question from Ines Buafia. Does the CRM recognize returning guests from across different stays, even if the bookings are made through various channels, OTAs, GDS, direct?
Yeah, it's absolutely necessary. And yes, absolutely. We will be able to recognize if the same person has booked through different ways, different channels, an OTA, directly on your website, etc. We will look at different fields. So obviously first name, last name, email address, phone number, and then any extra information that correlates and can match with each other. We will make sure we can identify those fields and merge the contact. Indeed, yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
All right. And last question, because there are many questions in relation to food. Is there a list or a resource that shows which connections you have for reserving a table online?
Yeah. Yes, we can share that. It's available on our website, I believe, on LoungeUp. We are connected with different providers and many different restaurant booking system. We have a few, I can think about the Fork right now, OpenTable, ZenChef, for instance. Those ones can definitely connect with the system, and we can have this pop-up window when they say, yes, I'd like to book a table, pop-up window from this provider. They select their information and ask for a booking. But yeah, we have different ones we are working with. You can find them on the website. I'm pretty sure about this.
All right, there's still many questions, but we're coming to the end. We will try to respond to these questions offline. We'll keep these, I promise, and we'll get back to you. But Antoine, take it away.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you all. I really liked this time with you. Thank you for your questions, for your interest. I mean, we had hundreds of people who registered for this presentation, so it shows how many hotels are willing to change, move on with those systems and build this loyalty. I hope we will have this possibility to do it with you. If you want to connect with us and find out more about our tools, offer, etc., we have a nice special offer for everyone who attended this call. So please email us, contact@loungeup.com. Contact me on socials if you want. I'll be happy to answer anything you would like to ask me. And yeah, get in touch with you and try to help you through this. All right?
Thank you, Antoine. It pays to stay for the entire presentation. Take advantage of that special offer. We're coming to the end. As we wrap this up, there will be a survey that is sent to all of the participants today. We look forward to your feedback so we can improve on our future sessions and we can address all of your needs. But aside from that, take a nice screenshot of this email address so you can take advantage of your offer. And thank you so much for your questions and participation. Thank you again, Antoine, for this thorough and complete presentation and answering all of the questions. We'll see you at the next webinar. Thank you. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.